In this episode of Animal Academy, Jeremy gets huggy with some furry Australians.
Geoff makes a house call on a turtle with a nasty lump.
And we're out on the hunt with a band of excited Beagles. Hi, I'm Sarah Ulmer.
And I'm Jeremy Maguire.
Welcome to Animal Academy. We're here today with 2.5-year-old Jezebel, who's a basset hound.
Now, basset hounds originate in France, and the word basset comes from a French word basse, meaning low, which I guess is a pretty apt description, really.
Now, basset hounds have a great sense of smell, being hunting dogs, and while Jez seems very happy cruising here with us, if she got a scent, she'd be off.
Just like that. Now, unfortunately, not all animals are as happy and healthy as Jezebel there. But there are people helping to make a difference, people like Aroha, and she works for the SPCA.
Every day, animals in need stream into SPCA centres around New Zealand. Over 22,000 are rescued and rehomed every year.
The work of the SPCA is critical, unfortunately. It would be nice if there was no need for us, but unfortunately there are too many people who don't take total responsibility for the animals they choose to have in their care.
And that's why SPCA inspectors like Aroha are so important.
Right from when I was a little kid, it's not so much a love of animals, it's more I had a real passion for animal welfare. So that's what led me to finding out about becoming an inspector. I did a year-long training course with Unitech in Auckland, and as a part of that I did work experience here at the centre.
Totally devoted, totally committed to doing the job well. So when an opportunity came up to bring her in as part of the team, it was a pretty obvious choice.
Aroha enjoys the variety of her work, from having direct contact with animals to investigating complaints.
Day to day it's different every day. Animal adoptions, animal welfare complaints, just the general basic day-to-day care of the animals here at the centre, vet checks, just people ringing up, wanting advice. It's so broad. There is no such thing as a normal average day at the SPCA. Here's a wee kitten that was brought into us as a lost stray. She'd been hanging around a property for about 4 days and people couldn't find an owner, so they've brought her into us. This one's about 10 weeks old. Yeah, she's a good healthy weight for her age. I'm going to check her for a microchip. It's a fast-track way to getting an animal back to their owner. So we look them up on their online database and bang, it's there. It's telling us who owns this cat, where it comes from, all the contact details needed. She hasn't got one. And this is a flea treatment and a worm tablet. So the worm tablet's based on weight. And we'll pop a collar on her so we can identify the animal, where she is, where she's from.
The health of the animals is vital. Today are the vet rounds, and Aroha sometimes helps with these.
We have a vet come on site twice a week to assess animals that have been here, that have come in or are ready to go through for the adoption process after 7 days. She's looking and assessing their health, their temperament, behaviour, ageing them. We're vaccinating. A lot of the diseases that we see in the animals that come to us are preventable via vaccination. We're seeing if they've been neutered already. De-sexing's hugely important in reducing the numbers of unwanted litters, and this is how they end up getting sick, injured, abandoned. De-sexing your animal is probably one of the most responsible things an owner can do.
With the vet rounds finished, there's plenty of feeding and cleaning to be done.
I'm just going to clean up in here, give it a tidy up. It's a really important part of what we do. It's not glamorous, but it is something that happens here every day, all day.
As an SPCA inspector, much of their time is spent investigating complaints.
We act essentially like the police for animals. Someone needs to be able to intervene where owners are not looking after them properly, or where they come under circumstances where they're suffering pain or distress and there is no owner to look after them.
Once the complaint's received by the office staff, it's put through to the inspectors. We may initially do some pre-investigative work on the phones. Then we'll head out, we'll take a look at the property or the animal, whatever the case may be, and investigate from there.
While Aroha has seen many tragic cases, her job has many rewards.
Seeing these guys get what they deserve, a good, loving, forever home. That's why we're here. We're here to help these guys go into families and grow and it's also it's seeing the families light up and, you know, seeing the difference that these little guys make in their lives and seeing them develop and grow and go off into new homes that's got to be the best part of the job.
And a big thanks to Aroha and the team at the SPCA. You guys make such a difference.
Next up, something that I'm sure Jezebel would love to get involved with. We go on a hunt with a whole bunch of beagles.
Early morning in the Cummings household. Meet Hawk, a 10-year-old beagle who enjoys a bit of toast and jam before his big beagle hunt.
He's so naughty, see? Come on, Jared, eat it, because Hawk's eating the rest.
Hawk's family, Gwenda, John and Jared, love this rascally breed.
We got our first beagle in 1966. And from that, our family, mainly my sister, have had beagles ever since. They're such a gentle dog.
Hawk is, I suppose, a relatively strong-minded, strong-willed, lots of character in a dog. He was at my grandmother's house and came back with a full packet of ginger nuts in his mouth, unopened.
And brought them down the path and dropped them on the floor so we could all eat them. Yes.
Just looking proud as punch. He's the happiest dog he could be.
Yeah. And so they've always been a marvellous dog, and we've just been hunting with them for about the last 9 years and had a marvellous time meeting other beaglers.
And he wants to go now, he's trembling.
It's a 30-minute ride to the hunt.
Mum's attached the lead to the tow bar, so he doesn't try and attempt to jump into the front seat.
It's a good turnout on the banks of the Waimakariri River. Hawk's ready and waiting.
As you can see, he's all ready to go.
And finally, they're off.
Hey, we're going that way. They're going that way.
Once a fortnight, these beagles are let loose on a hunt. Their owners happily walk along behind their dogs, sometimes up to 4 kilometres as they try to find a hair trail.
So that one out there, the tail's going side to side, so it's on the casting around for a scent. When they're casting for a scent, their tail will go from side to side and then change when they get onto it, because then they're trying to run much faster.
Finally, they spot one in the distance.
Hey! I've never seen a beagle move that fast.
The beagles love the chase, but don't ever catch the prize.
It's what they're bred for, but that's not what they do. We're quite happy for anti-blood sport people to see that we don't get anything. But it's just beagles running free, and that's the fun of it. If people's hounds weren't enjoying them and the people weren't enjoying it, we wouldn't be here.
And that's really what it's about, the dogs having fun and getting a good bit of exercise.
They've been out for a couple of hours now, so it's time for the happy beaglers to try to bring their dogs back.
They tend to be not terribly obedient once they get on a scent. Their nose takes over, their ears shut down.
While most of them make it back, there are some that are still out on the hunt.
Hawk's history isn't good for coming back. We're all going to have a cup of tea, sit out the back of the cars and wait for the ones that might be a little bit reticent to come back. And everything, yeah, exactly. Hawkie, come here. And the dogs aren't good at.
Come here.
It took most of the afternoon for Hawk to come back.
Might take a few out, but he does always come back in the end. You did well, good boy, well done, good boy.
After the break, Stu the turtle gets snappy with Geoff.